Right. So begins the Scrum post game with Huni after his game with TSM's game with CLG. We'll begin with pre-submitted questions, Huni, and then we'll go over to the live Q&A portion.
Cool.
First question is from Nick Geraci from Invin Global. Do you have any thoughts you'd like to share on Licorice's transfer from FlyQuest to Golden Guardians?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that happen and I was like, wow, it actually happened middle of the split, but I think, just best of luck of him. And yeah, I mean, and it looks like just FlyQuest just, they changed the roster just completely and maybe that affect him. I think Licorice will do well in the Golden Guardians just too.
Next question is kind of along the same lines. This is from John Popko from Invin Global. What impact do you think the Licorice transfer will have on each team involved? How do you expect it will affect FlyQuest and Golden Guardians?
It's hard to say for the FlyQuest side because we actually haven't seen it and like how they perform it. Like, cause obviously I was not really following like all the academy games, and yeah, I mean that's gonna be depends on the FlyQuests and the roster, the currently what they have, and for Golden Guardians is I think it's gonna be it's gonna be more challenge like since they're just sharing. I don't know is how exactly it's gonna be, but it just they're just have a more player. They also like I think currently I think Solo's playing fine, Licorice is playing fine too, and so like I think it's gonna be not bad for them. How I see.
Okay. That concludes the pre-submitted question portion. We've got about 5-6 more minutes. Let's open it up to live Q&A. Please use the raise hand function if you'd like to ask a question. Shay from GameZo, go ahead.
Hey Huni, it's been quite a while since the first Scrum back in week one. Back in week one, though, TSM were actually the underdogs in sort of the top four. People thought TSM were going to be the ones missing out on Worlds, but currently you're top two, and I think you've proved people wrong. Now, I think the conversation comes down to Cloud9 and TL, who will be fighting for the third place spot. In your opinion, which team do you think may miss out on Worlds this year?
I think it's too early to say that. Honestly, like it's really hard to predict it, I'll say, because I think how the playoff performance, I think it actually matter a lot at the moment and on the gauntlet, like how you perform well. And right now, I think it's actually kind of like matter less, I'll say. It's gonna be just more advantageous whoever get top one and top two, obviously. But I think, like if you're a good team, I think you're gonna be just easily beat everyone and just qualify the worst, how I see. So I don't think I think it'll be really challenged. I think it's really hard to say like who's gonna miss it.
Okay. Next, Faisal from GameZo.
Hello. Sorry. Hello, Huni. Going along the lines of TL there, this week we're going to be seeing the return of Alfari to the top lane. What do you think that's going to do for Team Liquid immediately and then down the line as well, looking at the playoffs and looking at the rest of the split?
I think it'll be obviously depends on how he play. Like right now, it's like if he actually play well, I think there's gonna be a like really positive effect that he's gonna actually bring the team. But I think this week probably is like really important for them, like how they can actually manage like for the future, like after week. Like I think if they do well this week, I think they're gonna do well, like even next week. And if they do kind of poor job, I think they're gonna be doing a lot of have to do work for improve. But I'm kind of excited to see he's playing again, and it will be more fun.
All right. Next question from Pedro Romero from GameZo.
Hi, Huni. I'd like to ask a question about the recent game. You guys had a pretty difficult matchup against Finn, who played the Mundo. How tough was it for you guys to fend him off and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, I think all the game was like really good. It's just like I think our skirmish and team fighting and the macro play was like slacking off a lot, and I think that's why mainly we lost. How I see the game.
Okay. One or two more questions. Shay, go ahead.
Hi again. Back in week 1, you also said that you thought at the time you were the best Gwen player in the LCS. Now that we've seen her a little bit more, do you think you're still the best Gwen player?
It's hard to say since I haven't played on the stage yet, but I think if I get a good chance, I think I'll play it. I think just as what the stat says in like on just the entire earth right now, like all the league. I think the Gwen is not like I wouldn't say it's OP champ right now. Is not how I see. Like definitely there's more. I think other champions have a more prior. I think it's morely. It's hard to say right now. I thought it's really good the champion because like people didn't know how to play versus it, but right now it's like people just getting better playing against it, and I think it has pretty good skill, but it's not. I don't think it's like not easy to just like pick it whenever they want or I want. Like I think there was a lot of game that I played the Gwen and it was like so easy to play for me. Like when I play like Rumble, Jace, like it just like good corner.
All right, last question from Pedro.
Yes, I'd like to know your thoughts regarding the newest champion that was introduced a few days ago, Akshan. I'd like to know what you think of him and what he delivers to the game.
It looked pretty cool, but I actually didn't really see. I didn't really have read it or the ability, so it's hard to say.
Okay. Thank you, Huni, for your time.